welcome. Let's see, we've got a few people in here. Let's see if we can get the chat going. There we go. Welcome to Dublin on X-Plane 12. We are looking to make a flight out to Amsterdam. We need to first get rid of some of these reverbs here. This is my first stream going out here, and it's been a little chaotic. Last week was an epic failure, so we figured we'd try it again. So far, like I said, we are in X-Plane 12. We're using a bunch of really neat stuff here today. We're using, give you a little view, but we are using a freeware piece of software called SimTool Pro Kit, which is actually what will give us our what's going to give us our overlay information. And you can see the map. This is all of the sim players online right now. Some of them are making big jumps. This will be our projection here. There we are. Well, actually, that's somebody else sitting there. Let's see where we're at here. Flight factor is 777 here. So we will go on ahead and get our streaming info in. And we'll get this show on the road. The whole flight in general should take us about an hour and 20 minutes from gate to gate, and we should, we're running on real weather, and they're seeing a lot of nasty stuff over there right now. So that's the weather we're getting right now, even though it probably wasn't the time frame. We're looking at a 1:45 gate departure from runway, we're projected on runway 28 left and going to land at Schiphol runway 18 right, which is the far extreme runway usually only used at night, but for some reason that's where they put me. I do use Navigraph for all my data. I use SimBrief to do all my flight planning, which is actually this little packet right here. So then it's uploaded into the aircraft itself, so I don't have so much typing like I used to have to do. So it actually plays out pretty quick. And the reason why we're calling this down and dirty is that we're not going to waste a lot of time with entering weather data and stuff that would normally go into our CDU. Because I can hit data links and get a few of the necessary requirements in. I think that, overall, I think we can just get this thing to program up pretty quick and get out of here. I'm not an A321 pilot, and certainly not an A321neo pilot, and this isn't even an aircraft that Aer Lingus would use for this trip. This is a real flight, the real flight number, except they use an A320 to make that jump, and they do it twice a day. So we will go ahead and get our overlay going for you and reconnect to our sim. All the setups that you have to do, right? And you can't do anything about it until you're ready to pull out of here. There we go. Do we have a load up yet? Let me get my streaming up for you guys so you can follow along. seeing a sync. Alright, why are we not connected? Alright, well, these are definitely third world problems, or first world problems for me right now. Things just never seem to go off without an edge, no matter how you plan for it. Connect to SIM. Oh, that might help. And we'll get this up. And there it is. Now we have an overlay for you. This will kind of give you an idea of where we are in the flight. So you'll see our flight from left to right is airport to airport. You're going to see your speed on the 2 bars next to it. Our altitude, our current projected altitude is going to be 32,000 feet. Heading, that is what it is. That is our ATC call sign. Even though we're not using Vatsim, normally we would use Vatsim, but I'm going to fly this under the, we're just, it's just me here. In Vatsim, we would have to use ATC. And the ETE is when we should be arriving at the, how much elapsed time expired, so you'll actually see the flight time on there and what's left in it. And you'll see the different phases of our flight as we go along. All right, so with that all being said, we're just gonna get down to brass tacks here, I think. If there's anything anybody's not understanding or that, you can hit, ask in chat or whatever. It's not really designed to be so much as a tutorial on every specific item of this aircraft, but more so to kind of show you what I find so fascinating about them. We do have live traffic. Hey, Kate, thanks for coming out. We do have a lot of add-ins here, as you guys can see from the information below in the YouTube. You'll see that I do have live traffic going on. I will have ATC chatter going on. I will have, I do have the real A321 noise happening. All the sounds that this piece of equipment makes installed on this. And 2 airports, Dublin and Schiphol, are both made by Payware manufacturers. One's Fly Tampa, which you can you should be able to find in the store, xplane.org store, and Boundless makes all the Irish airports for me. And the nice thing about what Boundless has done with this one is that it includes the new runway, which would be 28 right and 10 left, which are on the, I don't want to say the north end, but way behind us and closer to Swords, Ireland, which is still technically Dublin, but not that far away from the Northern Ireland border either. So, all right. So we've gone through all of that. We are using AviTab, which is freeware, found on X-Plane. So you'll find that. That's what populates this data here. So I'm going to go ahead and get that going, and we will get that ready to roll. And you can hear aircraft coming in. There'll be aircraft going out. But, all right, so first thing we're going to do is go ahead and get the batteries going. There we go. Now we have radios. We'll get our nav lights turned on. Set our strobe to auto. And if the sounds are coming out too loud for everybody, let me know. And I'll get them readjusted on the mixing board. Emergency lights are armed. Go ahead and turn on the seatbelt sign. No smoking sign. Go ahead and open that. That. You can hear a little bit of voice. Part of that sound pack includes people flying on alright. And let's go ahead and test the lighting. Displays have done their warm-up. And go ahead and set the APU to on. And we'll get our MFDs fired up here. Since I don't have a co-pilot, I'm gonna have to do theirs. And we'll get those dialed up about midway. Okay, we'll keep that on the doors. Kick this to plan. All right, now we'll get the navigational stuff ready to go. Again, this is really much all down and dirty, but all right, we'll get the ADIRs going. Now, they take a minute to warm up and get locked onto the GPS, and so the plane can't move or go anywhere until this happens. They need to get lined up. Alrighty, once the battery goes out, there we go. Now, pop this open. So make sure we have the latest navigational data. That's that Navigraph stuff I was talking about. And all right. Wasn't aware we had any music going on. Sorry, guys. How's that? Yeah, no, we actually have low air pressure coming in right now. In Europe, you can only run your APU no longer than 30 minutes because of noise abatement. All right, let me know how this sounds. Still hear it? All right. Well, let me know if it's bothering him. No, nothing? Still nothing? I'm seeing little dancing bars here. Yeah, let me check it out from my side. How's that? Too loud again. Are you getting any sounds from the aircraft? Okay, how about the sounds from the aircraft? Can you guys hear anything there? So you should really be hearing that. All right, let me find out why we're not getting that either. How about now? You're getting that perfect balance. All right, cool. All right, just let me know if that's too loud. So we're going to go ahead and get this data entered in, get our destination in. So because we've already pre-programmed this through our flight planning program, a lot of this information is already entered. So and now I've got to grab my flight plan. Some of this has to actually get entered in. Our alternate landing place. It has us going to EHEH. Flight number, I think this is flight number 608. Yep. Well, we're going to have a cost index of 60, and that determines how much fuel we're going to burn at what speed, so how efficient we're going to operate. Then we're going to have our flight level 33,000. And we're going to align our irises here. Okay. So then we have a couple of final touches to go here. So we're going to, these are all the add-ons. Oh, let's get ground going. Alrighty, we'll add some realism here. Because this is over an hour flight, we're gonna serve drinks, I guess, and make you pay for your peanuts. So, there we go, we have the chocks on. Low pressure's on, so we have some air. And we're going to have 185 passengers today. going to be carrying about 1,800 kilos of freight. So we'll throw 1,000 up here. And 800 in the back. 850 in the back. And we need 74.57 on the fuel, on my block fuel, so we're just gonna put in 7,500. And that should cover everything. And then we put it into the CDU here so that it could calculate, and this will all populate if it's not enough or if we have enough, or, you know, based on if we're going to be overweight, underweight, or we're going to be under fuel, that kind of thing. So go ahead and type that in right here. $27.8 for your zero fuel weight. Center of gravity is going to be 27.8%. And our block fuel will be 7.5 tons. And there we go. And we will apply this, this, and this. There we go. All right, so we can close out of that. So let's take a look outside real quick. We'll see. Comes the gas guy. And everything you see in the air is all aircraft either on their way in or obviously in cruise. And everything that you see in here with these other aircraft that are actually functioning are running off a schedule that's based in real time. I've just never seen so many United aircraft here, so I'm thinking they're just fillers. All right. So now once we have all that in, we need to get our flight plan in. So we'll go ahead and get started with that. All right. Today we'll be departing from Dublin on 28 left. And our departure, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this. But it's this one right here. And that's it. That'll give us our slope out. You actually see that. So if I advance through it, you'll see us come off. Comes out of here. And it'll just follow around until we get onto our path. So that's our departure there. And then we're going to go ahead and enter what we do know. This could change in mid-flight, but we'll find out. We got to put something in here. Our arrival, it's going to be 18 right. And Lamso 2A will be our star, and we are going to come in on a via of Schiphol, which is just a common entry point to hit the star. And we'll go ahead and enter that in. So now what I can do is follow this out, make sure I don't have any breaks in my navigation. And my only issue is this, but you know what? I'm sure the aircraft will learn how to deal with that fast enough. It's going to be, you know, a tight turn. All right, so we have that in. Guess we need to do performance. So we'll dial back in here and we'll put it back to the arc, get it off the plan. And we will go ahead and pull out our performance calculator. All right, I'm showing a flaps of 1, a flex temp of 46 in my pre-configured stuff. And we'll go ahead and take this 148, 153, and 155 for my V1. One 148. Hey, Sean. Yeah, you have to buy the peanuts now. Budget cuts. Flight attendants want raises. Or so I've heard. Not like they don't have them coming. 148. So that our V, we have our V speeds for takeoff will be 148. 153. Oh, he's right next to me. And 155. On V2, rotate. Hey, I'm not calling you that, but hey, Mom. Thanks for coming out. Ready? We're going to go flaps 1 today. But our flex temp is going to be a little, we're going to offset, this is where the fuel efficiency side of this aircraft comes into play at. So as soon as I get this in here, it's not really a new trick, it's actually something they've been doing for a while. So, but in my other calculations say that flex temp is 46. So we're gonna make the engines think that they're a little hotter than they are, so they don't spin up as hard. So here we go, our next phase of our flight, and we'll leave that empty for when we get closer. All right, so our performance is all in here. Everything's locked and loaded. I think the only thing I need to do here is do a quick weather update. And I'm gonna do that right on this one. There we go. That's my climb out wind data, so I've done my duty. Not a big fan of it, but I do love entering all this information in. So from here, we're just gonna go ahead and do some final setups. We are gonna go ahead and turn on the APU, disconnect from all the ground, and actually, this thing is one of my favorite sounds. It's another little jet engine in here. And this is what it actually sounds like on this aircraft. So we have 30 minutes of runtime on this before we're in violation of noise abatement. And but we'll be pulling out of here pretty quick. Yep, and it sounds like that all the way through the fuselage too. They've done a good job with this aircraft and putting it out. This is what they call a study level aircraft. It's not just jump and go kind of thing. So it requires a little bit of manual reading. But that's, what else have you got to do with your time these days? All right, so we'll jump back in here. We should be all set. All right. Yeah, I get that. Unfortunately, I control the airport here today, so I kind of go and we do what we want to do. But you're right, when you fly on Vatsim, it's like that a lot. You get hemmed up with plugged up runways, and everybody's just kind of wanting to go. And but yeah, once they get the engines running, they can come off the APUs. They don't like it, but so we're gonna go ahead and just go ahead and clear our lights now. And I could technically come off of everything else. There we go. All right, so this flight's just about configured. Yeah, had I done my checks, I'd have caught that. And I guess they're still loading the aircraft right now, so we've got a couple seconds. Oh, I need to get my righty. 124525. So we'll get our barometric pressure now, and we're gonna start getting out of here.
Wind 240 degrees at 8 knots. Variable 200 to 280. Visibility more than 10 miles. Sky conditions view at 1,300. Scatter at 2,000. Scatter at 9,700. Temperature 14. Dew point 9. QNH 1012. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Zulu.
Alright. So we have our
Zulu 16.5 Zulu.
everybody set there.
28 left. 34. Departing runway 28 left. 34. Wind 240.
Alright.
3 at 8 knots.
Okay, so our runway's staying the same.
Visibility more than 10 miles.
I got somebody standing behind me. Alrighty. And I don't think there's anything else we need to do here. MT performance, flight plan. Nothing that I'm going to do here today. Not for this flight. Okay. So I think we are going to start buttoning stuff up. Get rid of the ground crews. Don't need him. Okay. And we'll close the main door. Then we can get a flight attendant making announcements. We're not going to Chicago either. All right. Now we'll go up here and check our lights and get this show rolling. We are on 100% APU power. And the gate should be pulling back. And then there's another little piece of freeware. It's called not ground handling. Better pushback.
All right, Captain, got the directions. Let me know through the menu when you're ready.
Okay. I think we're all set. And that's a record time.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Somebody's gonna have to explain to me what on-call means. There's really no physics in this game for, or in this simulator. They just kind of come driving out of stuff.
All right, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
See if we can get outside view. I like the realism of it. I never realized that they actually lift the plane up off the ground.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go. Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
All right, we'll go with engine 2 first. Go outside. I don't need to be in for this. Engine 2 is on, I guess, am I right? Firing them up now. engine 1 and the infamous dog bark. And you'll start to see the overlay changing around. Now that white bar that's underneath of it is actually a flight tracker. So as we progress on the flight, it'll fill with, the color fill will be blue. So you'll actually see that progress going. This guy pushing me. And
Just
this
about
is
done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
This is actually a really quick
And we're
taxi.
disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment. And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
All right, now that he's out of the way, we'll go ahead and get our taxi lights running. Once he gets out of his little truck. There we go. All right. And runway lights are on. Go shut that off. Shut that off. Shut the APU down. I think over there it is a requirement. And we're flaps 1 on our setting. We'll go ahead and arm our speed brake, our auto brake, and activate our clock, our block timer. And do our quick checks outside. Okay. Guess we'll hop in line behind this guy. Okay, speed brakes are off. whine of the A321neo CFM engine. Got one going around. Alright, well, I guess we're all going. Ah, gotta love graphics. Okay. It was feeling pretty good for a second. Then it just got hairy. Do some cleaning up. hands up. You have to let me in on that one. Alright, it's gotten a little more cloudier. This is why I love this stuff. And I'll give you a look at what it looks like on the other screen. All right, so here we are. We are now, we're starting to level out, but we have a little bit of a ways to go before we actually get to our, we're gonna, actually, we should have flight level somewhere around Manchester, oddly enough. But for that instance there, it's pretty much just kind of monitoring and yeah, it's just monitoring. Just kind of making sure nothing's coming off the beat path. Looks like we're coming out restricted. Yep. So now we're actually, our next restriction's at 9,000 feet at DUV, and then we'll be out across the Irish Sea. And Wall is right around where Manchester Airport is. So there you go. So let's see if we have anything else in here. In less than an hour and 10 minutes to arrival. Much quieter. Yep. So much easier when you have somebody else to help you out. Shut these off. That off. We don't need these lights anymore. Above 10,000 feet. And as soon as we get to, it seems pretty smooth, but we'll leave the seatbelt sign on. All the cleanup's done. So now I can start to prep for our Tampa descent. So that turns down. Oh, it's just giving me all kinds of. You didn't turn this radar on. Okay. Well, you can't turn any of the radar equipment on until you're away from human beings, for obvious reasons. So, again, it's that falls on. That falls on me to make sure that that stuff doesn't get turned on. It's important that it gets turned on, and it's oversight stuff when you're trying to beat the rush into Dublin. And yeah, it seems to be staying steady on path. I don't see any reason why we would need to alter our flight. You know, I was thinking too is that I may even come, I've never done this before, but I may even try this piece of equipment has the ability to auto land itself, and I'm not really sure, but we'll give it a whirl. Just what every passenger wants to hear at the last second. Yeah, we'll give it a whirl. Never done that before, but we'll give it a whirl. Go. I think it. I'm seeing some ugly weather. See if we can get the radar to pick that stuff up. All right, we're getting ready to come in across England or Wales soon, and we are flight level 20,000. Yeah, so far so good. Man, it's looking a little rough out there. Let's jump onto the outside, kind of see what's happening. Like we're threading the needle here. At a certain point, we're going to have to get above it. Guess I will start prepping us for landing. That's not a lot of time. In that 44 minutes, the time that's actually there is actually driving on, taxiing. 132,980. Oh, we're already tuned for it. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. So we're going to take a little bit of a break. I'll let you, yeah, I'm just going to kind of put it into a nice little view. And we'll be back with you, guys shortly, I think, here. Let's see what we have. Yeah, I think we can do this. getting back into it here. Now we're starting to get into our top of our descent. We should be pretty close. Yep, we're there. So we'll go ahead and I guess the next part of the procedure would just normally be to drop the seatbelts on. It's pretty smooth so far, so no reason to keep everybody chair bound. Looks like some weather, but nothing major. And we will start doing our checks across the board. I don't think I have this set up for any failures to happen. This was just supposed to be a normal flight here without all the what could happen. All right, yep, and I think I've taken a look at this and we're gonna go ahead and try to do an auto land with this. Which I think is doable. I normally don't do these. But I'm dying to know how it's done. So to give you guys an idea what it's looking like on the map, I'm watching now from my top of descent. So I can pull from here, which will be marked there. We can push our track out. See how far out that is. All right, that little arrow turned down is my top of descent. So we're going to want it. I'm going to try to do a controlled. First off, let's see. As you can see here, your flight levels, if we remain in autopilot, my speeds. There's my distance to the airport now. $250, $220, $224, $220, $204, $154, $152, and $141 coming in. Okay. I think we can leave this in autopilot. I don't think I need to manage my speeds. But I will set it up. All right, so that's gonna, we're about 130 miles out of our top of descent. So we're gonna try to get prepped for that. We have some light configurations to do on this. Oh, hang on, we got some turbulence. Okay, so we know we're going to be at 2,000 feet for our ILS interception. So we've gone ahead and we've dialed that in. I'm more used to doing these managed flights. Alright, let's see what we can get here. Alright, this is the data coming back to us for this flight. It's kind of giving us our weather right now. So we're going to go ahead and enter this stuff in now. Performance. Now I do have it set up in the radios to receive this information, but that won't show up until we get closer, and we'll just validate, double check it. 180 at 10. And we're gonna be there we go. All right, so once we start getting that communication from ATIS, the pre-recorded message for our arrival, we'll just come back in here and just double check that again. And we are getting once we go past Dulles, I'm going to be a little bit out and I'm going to initiate the descent. So we're 62 nautical miles outside of Dulles now. Sounds like I'm getting something. And I'll give you guys a look at that map. As we shoot across England. That should give you a good idea of where we're at. We're just getting ready to head off the coast. And once we get out over into this area right here, this spot is where things kind of start getting busy. quarter 80. So we'll dial back a little bit on our distance. And we should start. Dulles is the coast of, looks like East England. Once we hit that descent button, things are gonna, like I said, they'll just start getting busy. So we're looking at what, 21 minutes in to Schiphol in Amsterdam. So it's not a lot of time. We're still at cruising. What? We're still at cruising. So I'm thinking maybe about 20 nautical miles away from our top of descent. I'm going to initiate the descent to have a better vertical speed angle. So I'm thinking somewhere, I'd like to be about 500. But change the range now down to 40. As we hit the final coastline of England. So you have some kind of an idea. I'm using a satellite view of the area. Oh, that just got populated really quick with bad weather. Okay, so enough of the sightseeing. We got to start watching for this top of descent. And it's just coming into the 40 range mark, or 40 nautical mile mark. As soon as it hits 20, we'll go ahead and hit top of descent. It's that wait for it. Gotta be patient. Yeah, so today we are using Thrustmaster's TCA Airbus Captain's Pack Airbus Edition. We are also using the Pro Flight rudder pedals. So basically it looks just like what you see here, your speed brake and your flaps and your landing gear are all on that as well. So that's what I'm using to control the aircraft with. Not to mention a little help from the autopilot. Alright, so we're set with our final destinations. Nav requirements, which is about 2,000. Radio height of 200. So wait for it, and there we go. We should go into descent. Now, we should have a target. We'll have a little green ball that will actually populate, and it will try to line or hang around this marker here if we're on target. We're 15 minutes out, so it doesn't seem like a lot of time for us to get down to our airspeed, or to our altitude that we're looking for. Yeah, looking pretty good. So, not like I was really expecting anything to go sideways here. I'm gonna take you back to the map, show you how short a distance this really is. We're going right into here. We need to be at 2,000 feet, somewhere right in here. Where are we at? Here comes the green ball. All right. So it's starting to slow down, as you can see. Now, let me get this out of the way. Yeah, we are dropping speed. And it's trying to catch it. We're just a little above it, of where we need to be. And looking at 11 minutes in. And remember, Schiphol is where we enter our that's our via into our start. Yep, and we are now within distance of, as you can hear, we're within distance of the ATIS of Schiphol. So let's see what they're saying. Yeah, we're still a little bit far out. Can't really hear it that well. See if we can turn down the rest of. All right. I think our QNH is right. It'll get clearer as we get closer. Schiphol. If I'm not saying it right. Alright, so I don't think we have any flight plan alterations to make. Okay, the runway's right. All right. So we should start seeing speed restraints here too. So here we go. Getting ready for the landing. All right, we have a couple speed restraints coming up. We have an altitude restriction at Schiphol. Actually might make that.
Information
7 minutes. I don't see how any of this is possible. Alright. Let's get the lights ready. Get the APU ready. Alright. 10,000 feet, lights going out. Okay. Let's get the constraints up so we can see our constrainer. And okay, we have a restraint here. According to my flight plan. According to the flight plan. Okay. See where we're going here. See where our flaps are at. 225 out.
Schiphol information Alpha 7220. Arriving runways 18 center 18.
All right.
Departing runways 18 center 180 degrees at 10 knots. Visibility minor. Sky conditions.
Flaps 1.
600.
And at slats, we'll go flaps 2.
QNH 10. Minor. Advised on initial contact EHAM. Information Alpha. Schiphol information Alpha 7220. Arriving runways 18 center 18. Departing runways 18 center 24.
All right.
180 degrees at 10 knots. Visibility minor. Sky conditions at 2,600. Temperature 14.11. QNH 101 minor. Advised on initial contact EHAM. Information Alpha.
I have no idea why we're hanging out at 10,000 feet. Let's see what we got here. Oh, there you go.
Sky conditions at 2,600. Temperature 14.11. QNH
Okay.
101.
So now we're getting ready to enter
Information Alpha.
in.
Schiphol information Alpha 7220. Arriving runways 18 center 18. Departing runways 18 center 24.
Alright, let's shut this off.
Degrees at 10 knots. Visibility.
Boy, that just looks busy. All right, we should be getting ready to start our final. Our localizers are once we get below 6,000, we'll go ahead and initiate our approach. So you can see that through here. So we'll go into a hold. And we will release it. There we go. Now we should start descending. $7,000 by air. There we go. So this is where it starts getting busy. I want to watch for that 6,000. $800 feet per minute, not bad. Not extreme, but I don't know how I'm liking this. This whole auto land thing. I may have to snatch control back. We're dumping now. It's turning in and down. Well, it's busy over here. There's the airport behind us, or under us. Yep. As soon as we hit the 6,000, wait for it. Oh. And at 5,000 we go back to barometric, which is 10220. That's not a bad control fall. But it's not looking too shabby. Yeah, we're 2 minutes late. That's it. All right, localizer's active. And we'll get the glide slope active here in a minute. Go ahead and set that now. Who's out there? All right. I have no idea where this thing's going. According to this, we are still on track. Well, that's just super. What is happening? Oh. Super. We have basically how do we get out of this mess? This just isn't working out, man. Alright, we're just gonna have to hand fly this out. Alright. All right, so I guess we got a hand fly it. can't get turned around a little bit. Gotta love it. It's what we prepare for, right? All right. "21 nautical miles away." Alright. Lining up. This should take us straight in. Now, alrighty, let's see. Oh, it's getting really close. That's runway 18 right in front of us. We're just gonna scoot off. What's my speed at now? Oh, it's a hot mess. see where we are here. All right. See if we can just turn out and in. Come on. Go around again. Alright.
2,000.
Alright, now we're going in. Hopefully we can find a runway here. Oh, the hunting. I think I lost track of it. Yep, right there it is. All right. Where are we at? 1,700 feet. And then we're gonna just turn around and go right into it. Let's get up there we go. About 2,000. I'm going to intercept AM-621, which was the original idea. Getting a little overspeed going on here. Or underspeed. Alright. Gotta love hand flying. Glide slope is active. Alright. We should be good to intercept that AM-621. Nose up, nose up, nose up, nose up. All right. Okay. 3,400. I'd like to be at 2,000 on the height before we get there. Whoa, 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 whoa. A little too hard on the... Alright.
2,500.
Final turn. Let's see if we can't get this thing to take it. Turn. Turn. It's not going to turn. Lining up. Getting on the a glide slope. Landing gear out. I have runway. This is rough.
Sink rate. 500. Sink rate. 400. Speed, speed, speed. Speed, speed, speed. Speed, speed, speed. Speed, speed, 100 above. Speed, speed, speed. Sink rate. Sink rate. Speed, minimum speed. Sink rate. Sink rate. 100. Glide slope. Speed, speed, speed. Speed, speed, speed.
I got plenty of runway.
Speed. 50, 40, sink rate. 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Well, that just turned out to be an epic fail. I have no idea what happened here. Let's see. Unbelievable. Well, not bad for just dropping in. Landing reported. See how bad that report comes out. In fact, I'll post that up. Well, guys, that's gonna wrap me up. I'll wait for somebody to come tow me out. And I'm also gonna go through this landing report, try to figure out what happened. But we got on the ground safe and sound. Not reality-wise, we'd have lost our landing gear, not to mention flipped end over end. But hey, I do appreciate everybody coming out. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It definitely helps us out and continue to try to make something for content. Yes, I did stick the landing. You noticed it wasn't, you will crash in this. but no, I just, for some reason we lost navigation. I think it had something to do with the, that auto landing. I'm just not used to using that. And I probably won't do it again until I practice a little more. But again, thanks for watching. Give us a like, subscribe if you can. We really would appreciate it. We enjoy doing these things. We'll try to get them more condensed down, but check us out from every now and again. We do have some things. We're going to try to get more on a steady schedule. This was the first stream that we've done, so it's kind of hard to get together on what everybody wants or what everybody's looking to get done. So again, thanks for showing up. This is where I'm going to leave you. All right,